Two lifetime members of the Mongrel Mob have voiced their support of a lifetime Black Power member and the work he does with prisoners. Ngāpari Nui was suspended from his volunteer role by Corrections, which claimed it didn't know the kaumātua was a gang member. But Nui disputes that and says he couldn't get through to the offenders if he wasn't a gang member. Edge Tuwhaiti and Harry Tam have been patched members of the Mongrel Mob Notorious chapter for 40 years. Despite the gang's traditional rivalry, they want to publicly support Black Power member Ngāpari Nui, who has been suspended from his volunteer work in prisons.
It's bullshit. Is that, that they can have Ngāpari working in there and then all of a sudden turn their back on him.
The good that he has done as a kaumātua has been forgotten because he's affiliated. To me, that's the most dumbest thing that I've ever bloody heard of.
Nui has been volunteering in prisons for 15 years, 6 of those as kaiwhakamana, a vetted and registered visitor providing support and advice to prisoners. His gang membership only became an issue last week when Corrections Minister Judith Collins said if he wanted to work in prisons, he'd have to hang up his patch. But Nui says it's in his application, which Corrections boss Ray Smith signed off.
In any dealings that I have with anybody, I disclose my Black Power links.
The paperwork says he has an affiliation with Black Power. Corrections says it didn't realise that meant he was a member. But Tuwhaiti says it's Nui's gang status that allows him to get through to the offenders.
And do you think that he could do the work that he has been doing if he was a former Black Power member?
No.
Why not?
Wouldn't have a shit show. You can't send a plumber in to do a gang member's job in terms of turning over the reoffending and pulling it down or even cutting it out.
They're not going to listen to somebody that's left the gang.
Nui and Tuwhaiti have worked with police to quell gang violence in the past, brokering peace in the aftermath of the Mongrel Mob drive-by shooting that killed 2-year-old baby Gia in Whanganui.
There's a long history where our people have been used by government agencies, including the New Zealand Police, to overcome certain events like gang confrontations. We do that work and then we get abused.
Corrections is undertaking a review of all 130 kaiwhakamana volunteers to uncover any other gang links. Nui says he just hopes they'll change their mind so he can continue to rehabilitate young offenders.